Hello wonderful person, this is Anton, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at this really cool space game that also includes something quite educational, specifically evolution. And this game is called Darwin's Demons. It came out in mid-February of 2017. Today I'm going to tell you what I think about it, and we're going to do some gaming. Welcome to What the Mat. So what is this game? Well, this is actually a typical arcade game or a space shooter game, similar to the games like Space Invaders. But here's a little twist, and this is why I'm actually really excited about this game. First of all, it's super hard. Second of all, it actually involves what's known as neural networks. This is a topic I've talked about previously. You can check out the idea and what it's all about in the link you see on the screen or somewhere out there. It's one of the cards that's appearing right now. But let me show you how this game plays. So I don't really have anything or much unlocked here, but as you can see, you can unlock different ships as you progress through the game. You collect the currency, which I think I don't think I have that much yet. But we're going to choose this ship right here. This is a Stingray. It's a ship that allows you to use one bullet to penetrate several enemies, so it makes the game just a little bit easier. We also have some of the upgrades here. We're going to choose a homing missile with AoE effects. And we're going to use some planetary defense shields to help us out. And then we're going to get an upgrade of additional life that I unlocked while playing the game for the first time. Now, here's how this game works. Unlike other games, here you're playing against an AI that uses a very advanced algorithm known as a neural network. This implies that, this is what the game looks like, this implies that this AI will actually learn from your mistakes. As you make a mistake or as something happens that causes one of these monsters to survive longer, they will essentially evolve. They will evolve with every generation to be slightly more difficult. And I'm talking about a lot more difficult over many generations. Essentially, this is evolution in essence. This is evolution through gaming. This is literally how evolution works, but it shows it to you in a very sort of easy to understand, easy to see way. So first generation, usually very easy. They're still learning about your mistakes. They're still learning about your weaknesses, or my weaknesses in this case. And the game is basically going to slowly make it harder. You can kind of see on top left there, it shows you 5 types of monsters that were introduced here. Some had higher aggression, some had higher accuracy, I guess. And their lifespan determines how they're going to be put into the next level. So here, the computer is going to do a bit of a mathematics, a bit of a calculation, and essentially use very similar technique to how like our brains learn, for example. Neural networks are very typical to this modern sort of phenomenon of learning or advancing or evolving AIs. Now we have some upgrades here we can do. We can either upgrade our missiles, our shields, or our guns. I usually go for getting more rockets first because these will become more essential later on. And so here comes the second generation, which will be a little bit more difficult. So here we now have slightly more advanced monsters. You'll see them doing different things. You'll also see them shooting different things at us. And as you advance through the game, it gets harder and harder and harder. Now you can see one of my upgrades allows me to hide behind the shields. This is quite a useful upgrade in the beginning, but there are some more important ones later on that you'll unlock. Let's also launch a few missiles here. These are homing missiles that basically destroy several monsters at the same time. And here we go, Generation 2 complete. The computer has learned a little bit more about me. They saw my mistakes. They got a bit of a learning experience from this. And now we're going to experience the third generation. Now this gets harder and harder as you go. Now this game is not about winning. This is about surviving for as long as you can. This is essentially about outsmarting the AI. Now if you're really smart, if you're actually really clever in this game, you can maybe teach the AI the wrong thing. Like you can actually kill all the strong ones first, if you can find a way to kill them first, and then leave the weak ones for later, you know? So that way AI will think that it's the weak ones that, oh no, here we go, first shot. So this will actually cost me a lot because the next generation will be a lot more powerful. So here, because I just made a horrible mistake, AI will now know that this is what they need to send at me. You'll see a lot more of those that hit me coming in the next few levels. I'm actually gonna possibly buy 1 life and also get a little bit more shield because shield will become more important. Generation 4. So now things will get a little bit more tricky. So yeah, this is all about outsmarting the AI or outliving the AI. And if you're smart, try to make the weak ones survive longer. But so far I haven't really been successful. Even though I know exactly how AI learns, I've pretty much lost within the first 10 or 15 minutes of playing this game. Let's launch some missiles here. Because they have AOI effect, they will destroy these things quicker, thus kind of screwing up with the algorithm a little bit. Because the computer will think, no! Oh, that was stupid. That was really stupid. So now AI will know that the faster the monster moves, the better it is. I need to buy a little bit more lives here because I want to survive a little bit longer. Okay, genetic anomaly, that's when you get a randomly sort of evolved, mutated monster that will have some kind of a strength to it. You'll see them appearing really soon. I'm going to try to destroy these things as soon as possible. Here it is. Now this guy is going to be really powerful. I think this guy actually is protected against my missiles, so I need to kill him fast. And otherwise I'm done. Okay, I'm really running low on lives here. I'm running low on everything. But yeah, so this is essentially how this game works. It gets harder and harder and harder, and I did it. I survived. And it's very, very difficult to basically last for a long time here. Now, I'm gonna maybe repair these and see what I can do next time. So this game is actually really brilliant. I'm really surprised that this is one of the first games that actually use this type of approach, but I can see many games following this, many games copying this design, because neural networks are becoming more and more popular, and we already know that computers are so much better at essentially playing games than we are. There's so many examples on YouTube where computers beat us every single time. Oh, I totally missed that rocket. Didn't hit anything. And I need to get myself more rockets because I'm running out of them pretty fast. Okay, so these guys are going to... Okay. I smacked into one, so they kind of... yeah, they cost me a life. But I'm going to get more rockets instead. 2 lives should be enough to survive that generation. But yeah, essentially now the game will get crazy hard. And this is actually on normal difficulty. You can imagine what it's like on insane difficulty. Insane difficulty is as it sounds. It's insane. It's really, really difficult to survive longer than a few minutes. Now, what I really enjoy about this game is how, not just the challenge, but how brilliant it is in its approach. There we go. Game over. The same game will never play the same twice, you know? You'll always have different levels, you'll have different music playing, you'll have different monsters appearing. And for the most part, everything will change slightly. And because there's so many unlocks here, let's actually just change this to experimental mode. And, oh, you can also play with several friends on the same computer. There's 3 to 4 people can play on the same screen, as long as you have enough controllers. And you can basically play this for a really long time, mostly because of the different unlocks and different game modes that you can enable here. So here you can see there's this shows you the mutation rate. You can actually change how quickly the monsters will mutate. This is essentially the neural network settings. This is standard deviation. This is the mutation rate, or not mutation rate, but mutation strength. This is number of the, they're called proteins, basically number of parents that will then create children, and so on and so forth. So there's waste per generation, anomaly rate, there's mutation rate, and so all of this will allow you to change the game to make it fit your style. So it's quite a lot of different ways of playing this. Let's actually play this on Insane, just so I can show you what it's like. There's also a bit of a lore here, but I haven't really read this. I think this is a bit of a storyline. This kind of shows you what different weapons are, what different ships are like. Gives you a little bit of background story. Not particularly important for this type of a game, but I'm kind of happy that they included all of this. But all in all, this game is actually really brilliant, and it's super, super cheap. Anyway, so let's maybe choose a different ship this time. I don't think I can... Yeah, I can unlock some of these, but I don't want to unlock them yet. Let's choose this one. This one is given to you from the beginning. We're going to choose the rockets as well, the missiles. And I might actually want to pick something else here. Just something a little bit different for to show you how this works. So maybe we'll pick this shield right here, which is slightly better because it actually repairs itself. So let's pick this instead of the first shield that we had, and we'll pick extra life again because extra lives are always useful. So here we go. This is a new ship. It will play slightly different from the other ship, but nevertheless the gameplay will not change dramatically. But also its bullets will be a little bit different. So this is actually very typical of the standard in Space Invaders sort of bullets. If you've played this game long enough, you know exactly how to control the ship and how to basically aim the bullets and so on. So to me, this is actually more comfortable than the previous ship. So we might be able to survive longer. But because we're playing on insane difficulty, I don't know how long we'll survive. This might actually be a very short game. Because these guys are really difficult. Look how hard they are. I can't even hit it. I can't even hit it. There we go. That was just the first generation. I'm not looking forward to the second generation. Let's get more missiles. Alright, here we go. I'm going to shoot a couple of missiles right away. Just so that they actually kill a few of these guys. And we're going to start shooting them as quick as possible, because the faster we kill them, the better. But don't forget that these guys evolve as they go. So this is the challenge of this game. Now, I can only imagine that as companies realize how powerful this algorithm is, they'll start releasing games with some ridiculously difficult learning AIs. Basically AIs that will learn as they go.
Secondary systems.
No! There we go. Now imagine playing games like Dark Souls, for example, which is already hard by itself, where AI actually learns from you. Not only is it hard, but it actually learns from you, from your mistakes, and every time you replay the game, it essentially gets harder and harder. And so these games would be practically impossible to finish. They would be so challenging that most people will probably give up. Although it will create a new generation of players that will be even more persistent, even more resilient than before. But I would really love to see that happen in the future. The game I'm playing right now, or streaming right now, called Alien Isolation, uses that to some extent, because the alien actually slowly learns from the mistakes that you make. Every time she finds you, she's more likely to check under the same sort of hiding spot that she found you under. And that's an example of a neural network as well. And let's see if this is actually going to be the last generation that we're going to play through. I kind of upgraded my ship just a little bit to give myself a little bit more edge here, but my evolution is not as successful as their evolution. You can see they're hitting me so much easier now than they used to. So I might actually start hiding behind the screens a lot more often. But let's see if we can survive this. But it looks like maybe, just maybe, this is going to be the end of this particular game. Wow, these bullets hitting me like crazy. Their bullets are actually really powerful. Okay, here we go.
Secondary systems depleted.
And oh yeah, I survived that. Yes, sweet. Okay, let's get maybe one more life. We're running out of these real quickly. So I was able to survive on insane mode for like what, 4 generations now. That's pretty impressive. I'm impressed with myself. But I think it looks like this is the end. I kind of missed a few of my missiles, and these guys are getting closer and closer. No! No, 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 no. Oh, I did kill him. I did kill him. Yes, sweet. Look at that. Finish another generation. Get alive, get alive, get alive. And possibly that's it. And so here we go. These guys are hitting me like crazy. They've evolved to have very powerful bullets, very quick flying bullets that seem to hit me no matter where they should be from. And I really don't like that. They also... Oh, there we go. That's the end. They also evolved to send more of those green guys at me. But that was a pretty challenging level. I survived for 5.5 generations. And so here we go. So it kind of gives a bit of an info here on what was evolved, how the enemies basically evolved over time. This shows you the graphs of the actual neural networks. And if you're into this kind of stuff, this game is actually brilliant at teaching you how neural networks work. And so, anyway, that's essentially Darwin's Demons in a nutshell. An absolutely brilliant game, really, really highly recommended. Super cheap, very fun, very, very challenging. Lots of achievements, lots of unlocks. You can play with friends, and of course, learn some really cool gaming skills as you play this. And anyway, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something from this video, and hopefully you'll go and buy this game. Now, just to kind of say this as a side note, I'm not being paid to promote this game, and I'm also not really, I didn't get this copy for free. This is a game I bought with my own money, so I'm actually being absolutely honest with you that this game is absolutely brilliant. Anyway, take a look at it, check it out. I'm posting the link for this game in the description below. Go get it if you like these types of games. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Space out. Bye-bye. And if you still haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, because there's so many more educational videos coming in the future. Also, maybe consider supporting this channel on Patreon, because it does help me make better videos. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.